Uh, Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank DNA and I team for inviting me here for this wonderful occasion. I also like to congratulate DNA and I team I, right? I think team I for this collaboration, which is definitely going to take the event education to the next level, which would immensely help young students who really want to take career of events in their field. So to just tell about my company, J. Davis Person Lighting has been a rental company which provides technical services for events, which was started by my father about 38 years ago. And I joined him about 20 years back. So I've been in, after I completed my college, I straight away joined him. But as you know, everybody has a passion to do something in their lives. My passion was to play cricket for the for Indian team, which I know it is too difficult. And the day I realized, then I actually entered even for the selections for the under 16 Karnataka team, and also played for my college. But so very soon I realized that it's not going to be so easy to make it to that level. So my next passion was to get in, obviously was business, which I mean music, which was in the family. So then I thought, okay, I moved to the this field, and immediately after my college, I straight away joined my dad, and my goal was really focused, and I knew what I want to become. So that's what I want to tell the students, whoever is joining or something, that if you have something, if you have a goal and you need to focus on that, you can straight away get into that and pursue your career towards that way. So as I said, passion. There's always, like, there are individuals and company. It all depends on the person who wants to lead that and make that as a reality. I definitely look upon DNA as Mr. Venkat sir, because as you know that when large concerts were happening in India, is I think nobody else were in the country who can we could ever dream of that we can watch those kinds of concerts in India. So he had, I'm sure he had a vision of doing something in that level, and now uh, just not doing the same thing but just moving from that to the next level. So obviously now when you talk about sporting events, then they are taking a lead in doing that. So that's what making them different from others, stepping from one level to next level, is that's what very important, to keep changing and doing those stuff is very, very important. And also, as you know, the world is it's constantly changing, and if there's no change in you, then you cannot, it's very difficult to survive in this market today. So you should have that ability to change yourself, as you know that you have to adapt to the world will not adapt to you. So that's what very important is, that you should know that when you have to make the right move, when you have to make the right decisions. Otherwise it's, you're just stuck confused in your life, whether I need to go to event or I need to go to this. So once you have a strong vision, I think you should pursue the same thing moving forward. And also, like, how individually you want to come across, develop your ideas and passion. Like, you have certain ideas put across to you, how do you develop those ideas? As young students, I know, like, when I started into this business, I knew that there was a way where my father used to work, and then I had to change the way it has to be done, because obviously to the changing world I could not work the same way what it was. So that is what you do, the changes. You practice your passions every single day. So what all you could do, like, in terms of events, I see that there's a lot of improvement needs to be done, where the students needs to learn. I still see a lot of top companies even still don't know how to send a technical writer. They just say that I need two speakers and this, but what is that? That's been happening for years together right now, and I've been so fed up talking to them. Same thing. What is it? Where is it? What? So there needs to be certain kind of formats and things like that. Improve yourself, develop that skills, do something different. I know there was all these people have been doing this for years now, but we need to change the way we need to work, and learn new ideas, meet intellectuals like young students who are studying in this college or whatever. So they should go and meet individuals who are best in the industry. Like, there are top production people who are in the country, like few of them, like, I know there are a lot of them, I can't name everybody, but yeah, just go take ideas from them, stuff like that. I myself watch a lot of concerts and DVDs, learn from that how the things are done, and technical skills and stuff like that. So that's the way the young students what can do by looking at this and learning some stuff like that. and obviously setting good examples as an institution. Why, when I say good examples as an institution as such, there are audio academies, there are a lot of institutions which send, like, the engineers just pass out and come on the console and stand. They say, I'm a sound engineer, but when you tell them to troubleshoot, they can't do anything at all. So they just feel that it's a glamorous world, and they just come and stand on the console and do that. But there are institutions who tell them, they send people on the field for the people to work with us. They troubleshoot, we help them in troubleshooting problems, learn them how to load and unload as well. So this, the learning from the scratch and things like that. So this helps them to develop and shape themselves up. So I know, like, always the when you say that, it's not a coincidence that all the students who are from best education institutions are with the best people around. So that's where you see people who are passing out of the best education institutions are the best politicians or whatever, the businessmen or stuff like that. So it all depends on what environment you're around with, who you gel up with, and how, what knowledge you take from others. So that, really improves in developing as a student and stuff like that. So I think that that's very, very important for young people who are joining into event companies, like, to hang around with the best people who are there, find some time, go and learn some knowledge from that. And we are always, industry is always there to help them out to, better things out. And as I said, I would like to give, like, few incidents, like a few things which I've studied, which also has inspired me to what I'm doing right now. Like, as you know, like, I've been passionate about music. I've studied about some of the artists who've been there. One of the best examples is Jimi Hendrix, who's there. So, he just lived for 27 years, but the amount of music he made, he could make 27 albums at a time. So that's the kind of music he did with such short span of time. So that means to say, he's studying, he's constantly doing something which is, developing his own passion and stuff like that. So that can be put into practice as an event companies, people, young people who are studying in events. So that's the same way it goes for them. And also, like, Rolling Stones, if you say, that's one of my favorite band, the two founding members, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. So, like, they just got together, they wanted to do an albums, and they said, okay, let's get together. But when they really went into they are big right now, but what really made them big, nobody knows, because when they actually got together, and everybody rejected what Mick Jagger's voice was. But they never give up. They performed almost 200 concerts a year with a very less payment, with hardly 4 people in the concert. But today, they draw the best of the crowds. So these are the stuff which I just read, and I feel inspired to be, why in this event field, yeah, we can actually do that, and things like that. And what as J Davis, our team, can help in students, because we started something called initiative called Women Walk Together. So where we are trying to promote women in the technical aspects of event industry, which is, you can't find many women there. And I took up this initiative just this year. It happened across 5 countries, and we are encouraging women to come and work along with us. And just 2 weeks ago, we did 3 concerts. One was Brian Adams, and we did one with Ricky Cage in Chennai, and then we also did Sunburn Festival. So where I personally sent invitations to all the event companies, invited women to come and work for us, and there are few women who attended, and they got a lot of experience in doing that, which I'm going to share shortly once the documentation is ready. So we also are tied up with a UK-based company called YPN. So what we do is, women, or it can be men as well, I'm not so biased about only women or something, men as well. But yeah, we can send those people out to get trained abroad on music festivals or the big corporate events and things like that. So institutions like this who are passionate to go and learn more about events and stuff like that, we can always help them out by sending them there. Obviously, they have to pay for what they have to go. But yeah, to gain experience, because I did the same thing. I went and worked for a company called Britannia Row Productions, one of the best companies in the world who does sound. And I learned a lot of stuff, and that's the same thing I brought back to my company and put that into practice. That made a lot of difference to my company, because in India, when there was no thing called festivals before. It was just like a concert. There's no concept of festivals yet started. But when I was there, there was a lot of festivals happening and things. That's where I learned a lot of stuff, how festivals can be run. So I'm also proud to say that we were first people to invent monitor mix and stuff like that. Even it was not even started in Mumbai or something like that. So the music festivals, when it started here, we started introducing that, bringing technologies back into. So this is what helps even the young students who wants to learn something in event and stuff like that. They can learn there, they can come here. And also we are inviting the big production people from outside UK and other places to come to India, which I'm going to discuss later on. And we can train institutions. They come on a special cases. They come and train the people how they can work towards that. So that is what I can do a bit of contribution from my end as such. And moving further, I again want to congratulate DNA and Team I for this wonderful collaboration. And I'm sure if any help needed from J Davis, we are always there to support you guys. Thank you.